My name's Catherine and I run Kiss Me Deadly, and we're in a different bathroom in the White House in London today to talk about the Fan Laced Girdle. The Fan Laced Girdle is one of the most authentic reproductions of vintage garments we've ever done. Mostly we do things in very modern stretch fabrics with a lot of modern touches, and this is very much more closer to what people would have worn in around the 50s. Fan Laced Girdles were more common then, but still a bit of a rarity. You can get them now, sometimes you can get kind of new vintage, as in stock that wasn't sold then, so it's never been worn, but as far as we know, nobody else is making them. So we've been working on it for a while. Obviously, everybody we know wears black, so the first thing we did was change the colour to black, but what we kept was the fact that it's non-stretch fabric all the way around, and that's unusual for us and makes it more like a corset than our usual waist cinches and girdles. Rather than the 6 straps that we tend to go for, we've actually gone for ones more authentic, which is just 4, but these ones do have length adjusters. We're considering this to be a bit of a couture item because it's quite specialist and it's quite tricky to sew. There's a little bit of stretch here, a little bit of power net, and each of these seams is boned. It's quite a long line, as you can see. It goes from the underbust down to kind of around the bottom of your knickers. We've actually got some lovely video today of some people doing the most ridiculous things in it, including having a sword fight. So hopefully that will amuse and entertain you and give you an idea of how much you can move in it. Closes with a hook and eye down the front. Again, that's quite a vintage detail. These days a lot of people would use a zip instead. Little tiny bit fiddly to do up, but also it sits on the side, so it's not creating a line down the middle, and it's not pressing on anything. At the back, metal eyelets, ball boning to keep everything in place, and this is the all-important bit, which is the fan lacing. We've made this out of ribbon. Now, people that wear corsets will know that ribbon is a little bit lighter than what you'd normally use for tight lacing, but this isn't a tight lacing girdle. It's not quite as industrial as the originals. Also, it means that we can vary the colour and get these really zingy contrasts. And in the case of the ribbon that we use for the actual fan lace pulls, it means that it's light enough that it's not going to show up against anything that isn't super clingy. Some of you might want it to show up, in which case feel free to wear something that's mainly made of lycra. A couple of people are asking how it does up. They said it looked really complicated. It does look really complicated. When I put it on my lap like this, it just looks like some sort of deranged spider on coke. It's actually quite simple. It runs on the same principles as corsets. It's crisscross lacing. The difference is that it all goes into these little fittings here, and so once you've put it on, rather than having to painfully tighten everything behind you, you put it on, you put it around you, and then you just pull the ribbon and that tightens it automatically. I would love to show you this on me, but this is a sample. It's a size 8 to 10 and I'm a size 16, so it's not going to happen. But sooner or later I will track down a model who isn't in the middle of a photo shoot and manage to get them to show you.